Good morning. Good morning. I didn't create an event or anything, but I was going to get on here and make some apple. I'm going to make some apple cider donuts, and we're having a ladies meeting tonight. Thank y'all for joining me, first of all. And I was going to make some apple cider donuts for our ladies meeting tonight. So I said, I'll just get on Pinky Miles and let y'all see how I make them. I hadn't even given Linda the recipe yet to put on our members page. But anyway, I'll do that later. But I'm going to go ahead and just make these donuts because they're not hard at all. So first of all, I've got 2 eggs. I'm going to swap these. I got 2 eggs, and I'm gonna beat them up. I got my oven on 350. I'm whipping these eggs with this beater because I'm not using a mixer, and I don't want to beat the ingredients after I get the other ingredients in here. Now, Linda and I'll be back together again tomorrow, but this is just something I had to do, and so I thought I'd just get on here and show y'all how I do it. I made these the other day, and they are really delicious. All right, that's 2 eggs, and then this is 2/3 a cup of brown sugar, imperial brown sugar, the light imperial light brown sugar. Mix that. And then it's 2/3 cup of regular imperial sugar. Put that in here. Get that stirred in real good. It's a beautiful day today. Matter of fact, my son, Chuck, he's out working on some Christmas decorations for me that needed to be painted. This is 1 cup of whole milk. Stir it around. Stir all this in here. This is 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Put that in here. And 1, I dropped it, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. This will be all the dry ingredients. It's a beautiful day outside, just beautiful. I got up early and was going to get in the yard and do some work in the yard, but we're having that ladies meeting tonight, and we're getting ready for the Fall Fest again. So I thought I'd just make some of these donuts. They almost taste like pumpkin, but they're not. It's because of the... Now, let me tell you what I done first. This is apple cider, and they didn't have a smaller container than this at the store. But I put 3 cups of apple cider in a non-stick pot, and I cook it until it reduces down to 2/3 a cup. 2/3 a cup of apple cider. It started out with 3 cups, and I let it cook. The instruction says cook it for 7 minutes, and it would be a thick syrup. I don't know whether it's the kind of apple cider I bought. It says 100%. I don't know, but it never did turn like a syrup. It was very watery, and it says cook it 7 minutes. I cooked it for about 35-40 minutes. I just kept letting it simmer. I let it simmer for that long. So you need to do that first before you start this, and it's because it needs to be cool when you put it into the batter. I'm gonna put my apple cider back in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna set this aside. This is my liquid ingredients. I'm gonna set it aside, and I'm gonna get my dry ingredients. And I've got 3½ cups of all-purpose flour. Put that in here. You need the door unlocked? Give me a second. My son needs it in the back door. I'm on live. So, sorry about that. He's working in the back and I had locked the door. Let me wash my hands again. Anyway, that's 3½ cups of all-purpose flour. 2 teaspoons of baking powders. That's 1. That's 2 teaspoons of baking powders. 2 teaspoons of our cinnamon. This is our Corinthia. I think that's how you say it. Y'all know I can't say this right. Okay, but we want 2 teaspoons of that. 1 of cinnamon. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now that was baking powders I put in there first. This is a ½ teaspoon, so I'm gonna put 2 because I need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I got that in there. And nutmeg. I want a ½ teaspoon of ground nutmeg. This is a new bottle. So that is 1/2. Oops. Linda's getting some her car service today. She's taking care of things like that at home. Now this is something I don't use a lot of, and it is the ground cardamom. Is it cardamom? And I'm using 1/4 teaspoon of it. Now I will tell you, I'm actually doubling this recipe. If you have this recipe, then it will make 16 donuts in our Pamper Chef donut pan. You can make this into muffins if you want to, or if you don't have a donut pan, you can make it muffins. But I'm doubling it because I wanted to make enough for tonight. So that is all my dry ingredients. So now I'm going to whisk that together to get all my seasonings incorporated together. This is just a really simple recipe. I'm wanting to make some homemade real donuts. These are baked, but I'm wanting to make some like my Aunt Laverne used to make that's fried. And I've got the recipe. I just haven't tried it yet. Okay, and I'm gonna move this aside. And now I'm going to mix the dry ingredients because I've got all my spices in here, and that smells so good. And this is my liquids. I'm actually going to pour it all in at one time because I don't want to mix it too much, and I'm going to get a spoon and not this because I don't want to whip it. Because I'm going to be adding my apple cider. I've reduced it. Like I said, this was 3 cups, and I've reduced it to 2/3 a cup. So I'm going to I'm going to add that in there. And let me give you a little tip on something. And I did this morning to this, but what I made the other day, I did not make that mistake. When you're cooking this on the boiler, it's going to foam up. Don't put a lid on it because it makes it foam up, and it makes a rim of the apple cider around in your boiler. Don't scrape that off the sides because that would be in your, you can't get it out. It's in here. So I strained it, but I still didn't get all of it out. So I'm going to be very careful when I pour it in here for some of that not to get in there. It won't hurt, but it'd just be little speckles. So I'm not going to pour that in here if I can keep from it, because this was a little more than 2/3. So I'm trying to let it settle down to the bottom. I'm not going to be able to get it. It's just going to be some of it in there. I'm not going to pour it all in there. It'd just be little pieces of taste like apple in it, but it'll be all right. I'm just going to mix this up. You don't want to over mix it. And it'll be kind of a thick batter. And you can use a cookie scoop to put this in your donut pans. I buttered my donut pan. I buttered it, but you can use olive oil if you want to, but I buttered it. I just, the sugar that I put on at the end, you have to melt butter for it. So I just went ahead and melt the butter, and I just used my pastry brush to butter my pans. Okay, I just want to get it mixed up, and I believe it's mixed. Okay, this is our pancake mixer here, where you can mix put the your pancake batter in here and mix it up. But the reason I'm using it today is because it's tall, and this is my little bag. You can use a cookie scoop, or you can use a bag, and I'm going to use a bag. So I'm gonna put this in here. Like I said, it's thick batter. You could do it however you want to. You can use a Ziploc bag to put it in. You can use a cookie scoop, or you can just scoop it in there with the spoon. Just however you want to get it in there. But I'm going to put as much as I can get in this bag. I won't be able to get it all in there the first time because I did double this recipe. I got it all in the bag. I think it was Saturday I made these. And we've already eaten them. They were so good. Okay, I like a little bit more, but I'm going to set that aside. And I'll finish it in a minute. I've got my donut pans buttered. And when you're buttering your pan, let me wipe off some of that. When you're buttering your pans, your donut pan, be sure and butter the inside circle, the little, that makes the little hole, because some of your batter may get up on it and you don't want your donut to stick. So I just smooth it all on there. So I'm going to get this out and squeeze that down as much as I can. Move this out of the way. And then, can y'all see? I'm just going, I'll bring it up closer. Matter of fact, let me get the camera a little bit closer. If I can. Let me see if I can put that down. So I want y'all to see what I'm doing. I'd rather you see what I'm doing than I had for you to see me. I didn't even realize that I don't have the phone, the microphone on, but I'm hoping that y'all can hear me okay. You fill them about 2/3 full. It doesn't take much to fill these little holes. And your donut, your batter rises So just fill it up. It's really easy this way. And then, of course, I make sure that I try to get the same amount each one. Sometimes I have to go back over it to make sure that I do get the right amount, even amount both. But these are so easy. And it tastes like fall. It's spicy, cinnamon, and all the spices that's in it. It's really makes you think of fall. Okay, I think I might put a little bit more in that one. Okay. I'll try to get them all the same. Let me get the other pan. See, I'll put those aside. I'll put them both in the boiler at the same time. I mean, in the oven. About the second pan, I've learned to do it a little bit better. And they taste kind of like muffins is what they taste like, but it's really good. I don't know, seemed like the first time I did it, I didn't make a mistake. One, I didn't get none on the center. I think when I'm on film, on camera, I try to rush a little bit, you know. And that makes me mess up when I try to rush. Okay, now I'm gonna have to get some more dough. So I'm gonna get my pan. Put some more dough in here. I'm gonna I use it all. I used all the batter in one bag the other day. If this is too messy, I'll just get the scoop. But I think I can do it. But I think I can. You ever heard, I think I can, I think I can? That's kind of what way I feel. I think I can. We had a good service yesterday at church. We're getting ready to have our fall fest like we do every year. And it's a lot of work, but it's rewarding. We're doing something for the Lord and church. I'm not sure if Carla, this is kind of unplanned, and Carla might not even be on. I'm not sure, because she had other things she had to do this morning, so I'm not sure. And Linda's getting her car serviced, so I'm not sure whether she's on or not. She might be. She said she's going to try, but I'm not sure. We'll get the rest of that out of here. Get my bowl scraper. Get all that goodie out. Okay. And that's all of it. My hand again. Got a little bit on my hand. I'm kind of lost without Linda. I don't know why. Tomorrow we'll be making homemade chicken noodle soup. Okay. All right. Here we go. Pack it on in there. This is a 16-inch bag, in case y'all are wondering what size bag I'm using. And I'm not using a tip. I'm not using a tip. I'm just, it's just what's coming out the size of the bag, the hole. This bag already had the hole in it. All right, that's I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven. For 10 minutes. You see how quick that was? Now I'm gonna make a few of these little donut holes. I haven't made those, but I'm gonna do some of those. I thought it'd be a little different. I'll make some donut holes. And what I have left, I will probably just make it muffins. But I've got to make it doesn't take long for 10 minutes for that to cook, so I don't have time to get the muffin pan out. I'm just going to go as far as this to go, and then I'm going to do what we coated in. You can make a glaze, a caramel glaze. You can make a buttercream frosting and put some of your same spices in it. I started to do that, but I didn't. Or you can do it the way I'm going to show y'all. It's just sugar and the spices. So, go ahead and finish this, and then I'll show y'all. I'm not sure if it'll take 10 minutes on these donuts or not. But I'll let you know, because I think the longest thing takes the longest time really is putting the sugar on them. All right. It probably has enough for maybe 2 more, but I'm not going to do those now. This is the donut holes. I'll put them in the oven whenever I get those out. Okay. Now, this is the glaze that we put on. I've already got 1 cup of sugar in here, and this is 2 cups. This is a lot of sugar. So if you want to use the sweetener, you can. As far as that goes, these are good without anything else on them. So, but this is just something extra. I won't use all of this sugar, but for me to be able to coat them good, I use a little more sugar than what you really need. I won't use all this. Okay, all right, that's 2 cups of sugar that I'm putting in there. And I'm gonna have to look to make sure I do this right. Okay. I put 2 teaspoons of our cinnamon. That's a lot of cinnamon, but it's a lot of sugar. So, and what I don't use of this, I just use it, put it in a baggie, and well, actually, I put it in one of my little shakers. That's 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. It's kind of basically the same thing that's in the filling. Okay. And I need to turn the oven on. I mean the microwave. This is the ground cardamom. I think it's a teaspoon, is it? Yeah, it's a teaspoon. And again, this is a half a teaspoon, so I'm just going to put it in there twice. 1. And when I'm mixing this up, it's really strong. But then once I get it mixed up, it's not really as strong as what it smells when I'm putting it in there. Okay. If you're going to use a powdered sugar, if you're going to use powdered sugar to make a glaze for it, and you put these spices in it, use your apple cider for the liquid. I'm just stirring this up. Make sure I get all this lumps out. that extra fine sugar is nice because it's a lot lighter and easy to work with. Okay, so now I've got my glaze to put on. Now I've got to do my okay, let's see here. My butter, I use about a cup. Really, I don't. It's 3/4 a cup of melted butter. When they come out of the oven, I will put them on a rack for 5 minutes, and then I pick them up and dip them in this melted butter. Well, actually, I just put a basting brush and baste them with butter and then dip them in the sugar. And I'll show you about that in a moment. Carla is coming back up here to visit me again on, I think she said Thursday. She's coming back Thursday. So we'll have all of our crew together. Well, she won't be here with us to film because we film on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But we're going to Dallas on my birthday. And I've got, I forgot how many cards. I will tell y'all tomorrow. I hadn't got them out. I've already opened all of them, but I got quite a few birthday cards this week. And I thank y'all so much. You know the ones that you are. I appreciate it so much. Y'all are so kind. You definitely do not have to send me a birthday card because I told Linda she better not give me no birthday party, and she's not. But we are going to go to Dallas on a girls' trip. So that's enough. We just have a good time shopping and just having a good time like that and spending the night in the hotel. And that's enough. I just... you know, I'm older. As you get older, you don't need no birthday parties. At least that's the way I feel about it. For me, anyway. Linda and I both, we just think of each other, and we just want to do something for each other all the time. You know, we just want to do something to lift each other up, but we don't have to have a birthday party to get that done. Just us being together, because on our videos, because we actually get to see each other more doing these videos than we would otherwise, because we live 54 miles apart. And so it's just, we just didn't see each other, but we talk 2 or 3 times a day, but we wouldn't see each other maybe once every 2 weeks or once a month sometimes because of the distance. But since we're doing these videos, it has been super nice. I've got to be around both my girls more and my sister, and you know, that makes anyone happy to be with your family. Family is so important. It's so important nowadays. We need each other, you know. Everyone out there, all of y'all, you need somebody. If it's a sister or a brother or mother or neighbor or friend at church, you need somebody that you can talk to, because everybody has ups and downs and problems. And if you can find somebody that you can trust to talk to, that you know that's not going to spread what you're talking about to someone else, you've got a friend. See, Linda and I, we've always had that among ourselves. You know, my husband was sick for 10 years before he passed away, and Linda was my rock. You know, any time that I had, it seemed like I had so much on me that I didn't know what to do or needed somebody to talk to, that was my sister. You know, you don't want to worry your kids. So my sister was that person that I always I always called and talked to her. She always listened, and I knew she wasn't going to go out and talk about me, or if it's something that she was going to think less of me if I was, you know, said something that might not sound exactly right, because we do that when we're upset or something. We just tend to pour our heart out, and that's been my sister. She's been my rock, and of course I'm trying to be the same way with her. You know, her husband has health problems, and she calls and leans on me. I try my best. Linda is more of a private person than I am, though, I can tell you. Linda, she'll keep things in a lot more than what I do. I let you know when I'm not feeling good or something's bothering me. Now Linda, she tries to hide it. She don't want to let nobody think that she's got a problem in the world. All right, my timer just went off. And they are done. I'm gonna put these in here. I'm only going to cook those donut holes 8 minutes. Okay. I'm melting my margarine. Now these have got to cool. And let me see here. I'm only going to show you one pan of them. Just give you an idea of what way they're going to look. I'm going to let them cool here for about 5 minutes while I get a tray to put them on. You know, I can get everything out that I think I'm going to need, and it's just no way. I forget something every time. I need to put, I'm going to put some parchment paper on this tray. You can use a cookie sheet, whatever you want to, but I'm using one of these little trays with parchment paper on it, because whenever I take these donuts up, I'm going. I melt my butter in this. This is about, I think this is like 3/4 a cup of butter. May not need it all, but I actually melted 3/4 a cup, and then I used some of it to butter my pans. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you. I know those hadn't been cool in 5 minutes, but I will tell you that it's best to do these next steps while your donuts are warm. So that's why they're not so hot you can't touch them. So I'm going to, let me see if you can see it. I'm going to take this melted butter, and I'm going all around this donut. And it is hot, but it's not so hot that you can't touch it. Just make sure you get it all on it. And that's why then you put it in your cinnamon sugar. You take your other hand and just coat it. Roll it around. That butter helps it to stick. And that's why the donut needs to be kind of warm. See? I'll do another or two. I'm not going to do all of them. I just want to give y'all an idea of how you do it. It really tastes really good. All right. I'm trying to do this on this little space here. I don't really have room to put this bowl back down on it, so just be a little treat for the ladies tonight. I didn't tell them I was doing this. We always eat have a little snack or little samples. Or last time I made soup and cared, but this time I said I wasn't going to do it because I'm making soup tomorrow. I didn't want to make it again today. So, and the ladies usually bring something, their choice. We just kind of, whatever you want to bring, you bring it. I told them they didn't have to this time because I'm actually going to take something. I'm going to buy something to take. That butter soaks right in that donut. I'll do one more and then I'll let y'all go. But you see how they look? They really are easy to make. And a lot easier than frying them. And they're healthier too. They're healthier if you don't put this butter and sugar on them. And you can eat them like that. You can just use this recipe to make muffins. They'd be delicious. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let y'all go. That's my baked apple cider donuts. I'll taste one. Break one apart. See? It doesn't take 10 minutes to cook them, so. Very good. Like I said, you don't have to put the sugar on them if you don't want to. Just eat it like a cake. So, your preference. I hope that y'all have a beautiful afternoon, and don't forget to go to our page. That's PinkyMossKitchen.com is our website. You go to that and scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on the F, which is the Facebook symbol, and it will take you to the correct page. And if you haven't clicked on like and follow, please do so, because we appreciate it. And we're trying to build our followers. So if you'll share our videos on your Facebook page so your friends can see our videos, we appreciate that too. So don't forget to count your blessings, enjoy yourself, and meet us back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock with Linda and myself, Pinky Moss Sisters in the Kitchen, and we'll be making homemade chicken noodle soup. Thank y'all. God bless you. Bye-bye.